Welcome back to World 4 of Mirror Mode for Donkey Kong Country Returns on original hardware. As you may notice, I'm actually now in 60 frames a second. I just fixed that between these two episodes. Recording the World 3 and World 4 back to back, so yeah. Just thought I'd split them up, because I've been doing that for every other one of these. Even if it does result in shorter videos, especially for this one. Most of these levels we've only got one hit anyway, at least once we reach a certain point. Why are these levels so loud? I'm gonna just make things a little quieter again. We do still have to open that up. Yeah, these levels I played so much as a kid. So I pretty much should know what I'm doing for this. It's all about muscle memory. Even if I did miss the O there, we're not going for it regardless. Yeah, these levels can be done relatively quickly, even though they are basically an auto-scroller. Don't need the N. If it was Tropical Freeze, we would. But since it's just Returns, they didn't implement the extra challenge. Anyway, we're done with level 1 already. Oh, we got balloons! Yeah, it is random. Well, it seems to be. It might be random based on which world you're in. Anyway, Grip and Trip is our next one. Back to my favourite level of the game. Yeah, the hard mode for Tropical Freeze doesn't actually flip the screen. Or I guess flip the level. I guess it is the screen. Because even all of the enemies and items, like the DK barrel, they're all reversed. Yeah, my favourite level should not be giving me any issues whatsoever. And so far it isn't. World 4, no issues. Train. Or the first of the trains. I guess they need the train to stop so you can actually get a checkpoint. Because I think up to that point there was none. Or were none? Were none sounds better. Sounds more correct anyway. Still after the coins. Missed out on my chance to go for the G, but eh. And a couple more coins, but it doesn't really matter. And I don't usually take this path, so eh. It's a little different. Still, at this point we don't really need anything from the end barrel. Well, the goal barrel, or whatever you want to call it, really. But next is level 3, which I think is the one below? Yeah. Bombs away. Another minecart stage. They lump all three of them at the start of the world, and then 2 rocket barrels. And this one, we're actually in the minecart, not on top of it. Doesn't change much, though. Just jump at the right time for those, and then you can get the O. I mean, I've already gone for all of these secrets. Right, there's our first failure of this world. I knew it would happen eventually. Just didn't think it would happen on any of the minecart stages. But, I mean, this one probably is my least played of the lot. I even forget about it sometimes. Even though I think it has a pretty cool ending. If it's the level I'm thinking of. We got the O there. Small jump for that. Not a big one. Held it for just a few too many frames. Could have gone down. I think going down's actually a little easier there. Although I guess just holding down's probably pretty easy too. Mildly surprised we didn't jump onto that mold. And I have the perfect name for this this episode as well. I only just thought of. And yep, this is the level I was thinking of. They use this mechanic twice in the entire game. The second time it crumbles a bit. I guess cracks. Not really after anything in particular. I think we got the extra life back. (4-4) next. We're going to get to Jagged Jewels at some point, but 4-4 Mole Patrol is our next level. First of our rocket barrel stages. Now, what would have changed these is flipping the screen upside down, but that's more of a Geometry Dash thing. Or I guess flipping the player character upside down. That would make things a bit more difficult. But just going from right to left is not really that big of a change. I mean, all the physics feel the same. You're just moving the other direction. And these levels do actually take a little bit of concentration for me. But not too much. Just need a bit more than that. I was aiming for the balloon. You hit the balloon and not the pickaxe, you're safe. And you get a jigsaw piece at the end of it. One of only a handful of jigsaw pieces that you actually obtained by defeating some enemies. Yeah, last gap's pretty short. But I'll take an extra life, because I just lost one. Right, 4-5... Oh, yeah, this is probably the worst one in this world. At least in my opinion. I mean, it's a rocket barrel stage for one. It just can't really compete with the not ice levels. I hate ice levels. It just can't compete with the minecart levels. I mean, we don't really need the bananas. We've already maxed out the lives counter again. But yeah, the bat at the end. That's probably the most difficult obstacle in any of these rocket barrel stages. And this is in the 4th world. Yeah, it's along the secret path, but still. I wouldn't expect it to be this difficult. There, it's not too bad. I don't think it can even reach you there. Just need one more coin, and then we're maxed out on coins again. Lots of moving up and down in this one, but yeah. It's really not too bad. Until you get to the end. But yeah, these levels are basically just the same as normal. Since you only get 1 HP in the minecart and the rocket barrel. Right, there's the last coin. And the bat's upcoming again. Yeah, here it is. I think it was only really that bad because I was going for all of the secrets. Yeah. Yeah, I had to grab the G in the main playthrough. That's what made it terrible. It was easier than the main playthrough. Somehow. I say somehow, I know exactly why. But still. Not too much left. Jagged Jewels mirror mode. And yeah, this is really short. I probably could get away with doing some of World 5, but since I've been splitting each of these worlds into their own separate video, I think I'll just keep it that way, even though World 5 is going to be taking a while, because it is a long one. Longest and my least favourite, so... The levels don't feel like they offer much that's new. Oh, just barely got that enemy. I'm going to wait for the cycles on these to be perfect before going for this. Yeah. There's no checkpoints in any of these levels. We get 1 HP. I reckon this is probably going to be the 2nd hardest one. Actually, no. No, this is going to be the 3rd hardest. There's the 5 monkey trial with that last one. That last one's gonna just destroy me. Nearly every time. And the one before that has the rising lava. Nope. We're not doing that. Now we're going. Right, we made it. I'm going to wait for that platform on the left to lower. And even then, the enemy just covers half the platform. I get maybe a pixel? Maybe half a pixel to actually land on? These levels are just supposed to be this difficult. The previous one wasn't. It was not at all difficult. I didn't jump in time. Right, that first bit's easy. We can probably even make it under that one. But, yeah. I think if you're going fast, everything should line up. And I mean everything should line up. But because I'm not going fast, nothing lines up. Whoa, I just got a random stop there. Waiting on this platform. Yeah, the boss shouldn't be too much trouble. But the only reason we beat it so fast in the main playthrough was because we had Diddy. And we were able to jump from the minecart that we were on to the train, ending that section before it should have. So that next level's going to be tough as well, but nowhere near as difficult as these. These are supposed to be hard. I think we got past the worst bit. Just a bit of waiting around. Past the rings of spikes. You're gonna do a... You kind of do a high jump occasionally, don't you? Not really. Guess that's more of a frog thing. Okay, we've got an extra life back. Fine by me. Gonna wait for this. Yeah, so I can jump over both of them at the same time. We are, I think, so close to the end now. I just need to not roll off the edge here. Okay, that wasn't the end. The end is never the end, there's never the end, is never the end. Really? Oh. How did I get past that? Okay, safe platform. To another safe platform. We're so close. We are so close. Yes! That's it. That is it. We're done. Okay, we still have the boss to do. But that is that level done. It was just the start, that was it. Let's check the level summary again. Yeah, just the boss. The mole train, again. Yeah, turns out I was recording in 30 frames per second. Last episode of this. They should be back to 60 FPS, although they will take up quite a bit more space on my laptop, so I need to be careful with how many videos I actually record at any given time. Can I make this? No, absolutely not. Right, we're going to have to do this the normal way. Which does mean waiting on a lot of cycles. We're going to connect? Nope, not yet. Oh, okay. Hello. Don't know why I didn't throw anything while we were so close. We can still take damage here. We could also just not take damage by bumping into the enemies. I'm surprised there. Works for me. Huh. I did not realise they threw bombs. Also, yeah, we can actually jump to them on the downhill. Noted. Where are they going to spawn in? Next to me. Okay, they they do that a lot longer than I thought they would. Wait for a downhill. I can't duck under that one. Downhill? Downhill, yes. Roll jump. I actually landed the hit there as well, that's crazy. I think there's a set number of moles. And you just have to defeat all of them. And then the phase ends. Nice, I'm in the correct one. Maybe I could have made that from the front one. Being one of the last ones to disappear. It was either the bomb or the pickaxe. I couldn't time both. I wasn't central on the platform, so I couldn't grab it. Downhill. Perfect. Which one's left? Safe. Oh, it's the front one. Okay, they're going to be further away now. Yeah. It's based on the distance to the one that you're supposed to go to. Downhill. Where? The one I'm standing on. I need to not be the one I'm standing on. As long as I'm not caught out by hitting the claws, we should be fine. No, don't throw another bomb. Oh. Downhill. Oh. Yeah, we're in the dark now. Knew there was one where I was going to be. Again, don't get caught out. Got it. Okay. Wasn't that one. Okay, and it automatically connects to the main train. That's one. 2. 3. 4. Strange that it's 4 hits. I'd expect either 3 or 5. Yeah, I could have just done that last time. 1 hit. Yeah, that's what happens if you punch too early. It just does 1 hit. Everyone's done that though, I'm sure. But that's all of World 4. So for now, I've been Luke, playing Donkey Kong Country Returns on original hardware. Signing out.